Hello everyone, this is going to be a little bit different of a Project Glastron video than what you're normally used to seeing me do. This one's going to be all about viewer Q&A and a little bit of mail time here at the end as well. With the viewer Q&A, normally I try to give answers to your comments in the comment section of each of the videos. And sometimes I see a bit of similar questions asked, and I've been wanting to try to do this for a while where maybe I answer them on camera. So depending on the feedback of this and how it goes, there might be more of these in the future throughout the project. So to get started, I'm going to pull out the iPad here and I'm going to answer some of these questions that I've saved. So bear with me for just a moment as I get my list here. But we're going to start with BBC's. Josh, I'm about to order my fiberglass and stuff. I just checked your order you made and wanted to ask if it was enough to do your boat, or did you have to order more? Do you have any tips for a first-time fiberglasser? Thanks, Benny. Benny, I'm going to get to your answer here in just a second. I want to show that there are some others who have asked the same kind of question. Next, we're going to go to DN Handmade Lure. Hi, I have watched all your videos and must say that I am impressed. Have similar project on 16-foot bass boat. Can you tell me how much fiberglass did you use in total and how much epoxy? Almost forgot about foam. Thanks. Mega Sensimilia, hope I pronounced that correct. It says, nice. Need to know how much foam did you use under the deck? And again, fiberglass and foam, kind of a common theme here. Philip Hansen, he said, what's the name of the foam? I had one more comment come in on my Facebook page, and for those of y'all who aren't subscribers or followers, I've started trying to do a little bit more on Facebook. It's just facebook.com/jmink channel. That's where the fan page is if you want to go there. I've started doing more stuff to Instagram as well, and I've got that to where it shares my Instagram picture to my Facebook page. So I try to answer comments there as well. But this one came in from GMC Pickup. How much resin did it take to do your transom stringers and floor? Trying to get an idea how much to purchase. Going back to BBC's, his comment pretty much kicked it all off. How much fiberglass did I use? Well, I've done a previous video where I talked about my first fiberglass order, but that doesn't really encompass everything that I've done to date at this part of the boat. I pulled together all of my numbers, so to speak, and what I actually ended up doing was on the order, I ordered 22 total gallons of resin. Now, some of you are gonna think that is a lot of resin, and I'll be honest, my reaction would be the same. The truth is, CSM took up a lot of resin. 1708 did as well, but I'm just saying, when it came to the matting and trying to get that all nice and saturated and rolled without any bubbles and stuff, you use a lot of resin for that. Also, take into consideration when I first started the project, I was thinking about using a lot more wood glue and PL glue and stuff like that. Tight Bond's another type of glue that you could use. And then as I got started, I quit using a lot of the resin for just so much laying out the glass as I did making fiberglass putty to do all of the bedding of stringers and patching and everything. So I want to say a lot of my resin went towards that where I didn't really plan on it to be in the beginning. So I ended up buying more resin to accommodate the glass mats and stuff like that. So that's kind of where all of that went. I also ordered 20 yards of 1708. I ordered 20 yards of CSM. I ordered 4 of the 2-pound foam kits. I ordered 4 pounds of chop strand fibers. Those are the little bitty, chop strands that I put in the fiberglass putty. That's all that was used for. Actually, out of the 4 pounds, I would say I used maybe 4.5 pounds of it. Again, it's one container that I ordered, but it lasted for a pretty good while. I've still got some left over to date. I also ordered 5 gallons of Cabasil. And again, on the Cabasil, I think I used about 4.25 gallons. that again was for the putty. So that stuff kind of went pretty far too. So to go on through what all I used out of all of those totals there, I've already talked about the Cabasil and chop strand fiber. So out of the 22 gallons of resin, I actually used 21 gallons. So I have a full gallon left over. Out of the foam kits, I used 2 of the foam kits. So I've still got 2 more left over that I have no idea what I'm gonna do. So buyer beware. If you've seen my videos, you saw me do the pour-in flotation boxes on the rear of the boat. I did all underneath the deck. All of that was done with 2 of the 2-pound foam kits. So yeah, that stuff kind of went pretty good ways too. All right, so now let's get on down to the fiberglass matting. In regards to CSM, I used 16 yards. Now you gotta remember that was for skinning the top and bottom of the deck. That was also for doing the transom skin. Like I said, both sides of the transom, all that stuff, that's where CSM was used. 1708 was used a lot more. I used it for, hey buddy, you want up here? All right, come on. Ooh, sorry y'all, Ollie wants to be in the video. All right, so back to what I was talking about. 1708, I used 17 yards. So I have 3 yards left over. And the 1708, you gotta remember, I used on the stringers, going up and over all of those. I also did all the patching and tabbing in of the transom. What else did I use 1708 for? It was used way more frequently. I actually ended up having a box of 1708, kind of like excess little remnants, and I would go to that box of remnants for lots of the time whenever I was doing things. What are you doing, buddy? Hey, get over here. Hey, come over here. And he's gone. I didn't think that would last very long. But yeah, the 1708 I used a lot more, and I tried to use a lot of my remnants as I could to stretch it even further, so I didn't really waste much. So I hope that kind of answers a lot of your questions there in regards to the quantities of fiberglass materials that I've ordered for this boat. And like I say, it's going to be different for each of yours. This is about a 15-foot boat, and you know, I did a full stringer, full bedding of the stringers, transom front and back, deck top and bottom, and then there's even the mounting blocks for the seats, stuff like that. So that's how far that stuff goes in regards to matting and resin. That was what I ordered. All right, so the next question, Dale Rexwinkle, what type of wood did you use on the stringers? Just starting on an 88 Cajun. Well, Dale, good luck with you on your boat, sir. That's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite kind of comments to get is when people talk about what kind of boats they have and that they're starting on it. That is a very awesome, not planned part of my project. When I got the boat, no idea it was going to become a project. I think y'all have heard me say this off and on, but it was not part of my forethought that I'm going to buy a boat, I'm going to tear it apart, I'm going to shoot videos about it. It was just very, when I got to researching stringers and seeing people on forums and posting pictures about going through, I was like, you know, I know how to do video. Why not record it, show people what I've done, and it'll help me too. That's the other benefit of being able to go back and say, oh yeah, I did that. So when I'm on this step here, I have a video to go back and retrace my steps. That was the 2-part benefits, one for me and one for others. But Dale, to get to your question, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I used, basically, I would call it pine, untreated. Nothing was treated for the stringers, or it was kind of a white oak. I think don't hold me to that. I think it might not even be oak, it was just whiteboard, is what it was called. But there's thunder right there. It's raining hard outside. But yeah, the stringers, I just bought untreated lumber at the lumber yard. And then when I got to that center stringer, I believe that was just a white pine. Hope that answers your question. Matt Ganser. Now this is something that I think I covered in the last video, but I wanted to call it out here and make sure that it was addressed. What are you going to coat the floors with on the boat? Gel coat or paint? That is going to be gel coat. The boat repair shop is going to do a gel coat mixture. They're actually going to do gray, and it's going to be kind of hopefully close to the interior color scheme that I'm going with, and that's what's going to happen there. So I'm not using any of the boating marine specialty floor coating products. I'm actually going with traditional gel coat. So, all right, so I'm actually really excited for this next segment because I have been purchasing things for the boat, moving forward in the reconstruction phases of things for a while now, and I've been saving them to open on camera to share with you guys, just to kind of give you a little bit of background on each little thing as I open it. This one is for the Evinrude. There are lots of things I have ordered for the motor itself. We're going to open this first. This one here is actually not even a part. This is a tool that I will need for one of the things I'm going to be doing. When it comes to the Evinrude, I'm not going to do what I would call a total restoration. I'm not planning on painting. I'm not planning on rebuilding every little nut, bolt, washer, every little piece on it. I am going to go through and clean up lots of areas, and then there are several other areas, as you're going to see, that I am going to get into in regards of refurbishing. And this little part right here is going to help me with the lower unit. This is a puller of all things, and I will show you the model number and everything. And when you get to this part, if you're redoing a boat, maybe to help you as well. But it's really heavy duty construction. This is an OTC 5222. And basically this is kind of more of a universal puller. There's a little instruction manual that comes with it. And I'm not sure what this is. Anyway, it's got a real heavy duty fine thread bolt that goes down through the center of it. So that right there. This is what I'm going to use to pull the propeller housing out of the lower unit of the Evinrude. So what I will have to do, this did not come with it, and I knew that when I bought it, I will have to come up with my own actual bolts that go down through these pieces. And I got this one because it's adaptable. I can use this on multiple things and not just the lower unit itself. So that's what I come up with for that. So that's cool. That's one new thing I've gotten. I'm gonna keep on rolling here. So the next thing is with the Evinrude as well. Now this here came all the way from Canada. This is from North York Marine, and I was online searching for seals for the cowl of the Evinrude, and this guy here came up in my Google searches as far as being pretty much the only person for an Evinrude of the age that mine is to have a seal. And I went with white. You can get white or black as far as seals are concerned. And let me show you just real quick what I'm talking about. So I don't know how many of you out there have actually tried to find a seal for a 73 Evinrude engine, but this part right here, which is falling apart, and as you can see, there's not really much left to it, and that right there actually just fell off on camera. That part right there is going to be replaced with this. Now this, I'll get into it when I actually redo it, but this is stapled onto the onto the cover here. The original was. So that old one will come off, and then that'll just snap right down in place all the way around the motor. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. You should go to his website. North York Marine is the name again. And I'll put the website on screen and in the description below so you can shop there. He's got a little bit of a diagram so you can find out if your motor is on his site and if he's got the seals for your year model. It'll even tell you the length for your particular motor. But I'm really excited about that. That was a little bit hard to get ordered as far as paying from my bank account to Canada. My bank's a little weird. I had some difficulties, but this was about 3 weeks in waiting here since I ordered it. So that's that. Let me get this motor cowl cover out of the way. All right, so the next thing, again, with the theme of the Evinrude here. And I'll try to put links to where I purchased these in the description. But this was straightuppup.com. And this is the water pump kit for that Evinrude. And I also will put which part number that I used for these on the description. I did a lot of research in ordering when it came to the parts for the Evinrude because, like I said, that motor's a 73, and you know, if you couldn't get OMC original, you had to, there are like Sierra is one of the companies that makes aftermarket parts and stuff like that. I looked back and forth at a lot of things, and I think all of the parts so far, with the exception of the cowl that I just showed you, I've tried to get OMC original parts. And yeah, here is the water pump kit. So there are some of the seals right there. I'm not even going to open that yet, but hardware. There's actual water pump propeller, impeller. There's the propeller housing. It's a new one to replace the old one. And then here is one of the other sections of that. Now I haven't torn my motor down yet, but you know, I'll cover some of this when I get to that video, but you want to make sure that plate doesn't have any grooves rubbed in it. And not ever having that apart before, I just speculated that I wanted to replace it because I want this thing to act like a new motor. So yeah, that's why I ordered what I ordered here. I want to do a complete rebuild of the water pump to make sure I have no issues whatsoever. So that's exciting. I'm glad I got that. All right, I'm gonna try to clear my stuff here. All right, so next on the list, let's see, we have another Evinrude part. And I do plan on ordering some more Evinrude parts, so I will show you when the time comes what all I actually ordered. This is a carburetor rebuild kit. There are 2 carburetors on this model of Evinrude, so it required two kits. Now these are float valves, seats, everything needed to rebuild the carb. Instead of ordering all the little parts on their own, which you can do, I ordered these OMC Evinrude Johnson kits, and I got them off of eBay. I'll try to put a link to that as well, but yeah, I'm not going to open these up all the way. I don't want to have all the little seals floating around, but there will be a video where I go through the carburetors and I'll show these kits up close in person there whenever that time comes. Cool, moving on. All right, so that one was from diversified-marine.com. Just anyway, like I said, I'll put these links, as always, in the description. I've also ordered vinyl. Now the vinyl is not gonna be the factory blue. I've already told you I'm going with a gray top interior, and I ordered this vinyl from allvinylfabrics.com. And this, when I get it open here, I'll kind of go through the plan of where it's all going to be at. Well, they did a good job at taping that up. So this is the Keystone Brothers brand, I'm assuming. Cutlass Graphite Gray Keystone Drop. So I really don't want to unwrap this all the way, but this here will be for the side pieces of the boat, the interior pieces. And actually what I'm actually rolling all this out on, this is a sheet of marine grade plywood. This marine grade plywood will be the backing board to all of this stuff right here. But on the sides in the interior pieces, this will be the color I'm going with. So I'll show you that in the video. I'll kind of cover it, but that's the first piece of vinyl that I've got. I've actually got another here to open. Try to do this where I don't puncture the vinyl. All right, so if you can tell yet or not, this is gonna be the side walls of the interior. This is a pleated gray, and again, this is all marine grade vinyl, everything that I've purchased here. So this is what I will be using for that. So I think that'll be pretty nice. I'm excited. I'm not a big fan, sorry, classic Glastron people, I don't mean any offense to this. I'm not a real big fan of the square vinyl that was originally in this boat. This is gonna kind of modernize it just a little bit. And I'm in between a purist and doing it my own custom way. I really wanted to update that just a little bit, but just modernize it a bit. So there's that. And then this piece here, try to be careful. This is also a lighter flat gray. This will be for the front seats, and that I'm also going to have to reupholster. I'm going to do a mixture of the this color, and I'm also ordering some welt cord to go along with this. I don't have it yet. They sell it, no joke, by 50 yards a roll from this same website. I don't even need maybe 5 yards or less. Maybe 5 yards is pushing it. But yeah, so I haven't ordered that yet. But that's my vinyl purchases to date. So this color and this color are pretty much the same. This is just pleated. I actually diagrammed out how I'm gonna do it, and I'll go over the patterning of everything. But I got the pleated, I got the flat, and then I got the flat and the darker color. So that's the vinyl that I've got ordered. All right, everybody, so that's gonna wrap up this video here. Like I said, I just want to do something a little bit different, show you some of the things I've been buying to move forward with the boat project, and on the next phases you'll be seeing me use a lot of the things that were opened here on camera, and I'll go a little bit more in depth of what those parts or tools were that I purchased. Also, again, thanks for asking the questions that you do. I hope that I answered to the best that I could. I hope you kind of got a little bit better idea of what to do if you're ordering some fiberglass materials for your boat project. Again, you're gonna have to do your own thing, but hopefully kind of seeing the size of my boat and what all I've done. It'll help you kind of wrap your heads around what to order if it's your first time to order and first time dealing with fiberglass, just like it was my first go around with fiberglass, especially in the marine and boat category. But as always, my name is Josh. This is the jmink channel, and please consider subscribing so I can see you next time.